Welcome to Jacket Talk on LEB TV.
Welcome to another episode of Jacket Talk on LEB TV. I'm Alex Boyer, the owner of Jacket Nation Sports. We have a special episode lined up for you today. First, a big thank you to all of our amazing sponsors, Ginger Wellness, Mercy Hospital, Mid-Missouri Bank, and Jacket Nation Sports. The Jackets have performed well in their respective sports over the last 7 days, so let's catch up on what we have missed. Boys swim, it's been a quiet week for David Krev and the boys swim team. No events have happened over the last week, but he has mentioned that the team's been taking advantage of their practices in the water, prepping for some big upcoming meets at Monette and Carthage. Moving over to boys soccer, we were able to get out to our first boys soccer game of the season on Monday when the Jackets took on Lakeway. Lebanon won the game 5-1 with 2 goals scored by Will Hodges, Trent Penner, Noah Anderson, and Curtis Frazier. Also, a huge shout out to head coach Matt Jernigan on earning his 100th career win as the boys coach at Lebanon. So congratulations, Coach Jernigan, and can't wait to see how the rest of the season plays out for you and your guys. Lebanon softball got a big home win over the Parkview Vikings last Thursday by a score of 16-1. Kendall Bybee had an outstanding day at the plate, going 3 for 3 with 3 triples. Lebanon scored 6 runs in the first, 3 in the second, and the third inning before adding 4 more runs in the fourth to enforce a run rule. Lebanon tennis got a 7-2 win over the Osage Indians on Tuesday at home on senior night. Lebanon honored their senior class that included Olivia Magruder, Opal Antozeski, Madison Myers, Christina Persciuta, and Bailey Moore. The Lady Jackets swept through doubles play with Magruder, Hope Cox, Aaliyah James, and Lily Bradbury all winning their single matches. And the Lady Jackets also placed second overall at the Branson tournament on Saturday. They were slated to host Kickapoo at home on Wednesday. The Lebanon High School cross-country team put together a strong performance at the Missouri Southern meet on Saturday in Joplin, with many athletes achieving personal best times in one of the largest and most competitive meets of the season. Leading the way for Lebanon was Abigail Tague. She placed 11th out of 328 runners in the varsity race, solidifying her position among the top runners in the Midwest. Tague's 11th place finish also set a new school record for the Lebanon cross-country team. Tague broke her own record with a time of 18:42. Tague's impressive showing was one of several highlights for the team, and they will compete at Hermitage on Saturday. The girls' golf team had a solid showing at the Stratford tournament this week. Head coach Lindsay Darnell mentioned that Natalie Skoufis performed well, earning a medal, and should be in a good position to make a solid run as the conference tournament and district tournament approaches in the following weeks. Lebanon volleyball continues to impress with a 15-3 overall record. Lebanon recorded wins over Willard, Rolla, and Parkview since we last spoke to you. All 3 of those wins have came in straight sets, and they'll continue conference play with a road game at Central at the Pit on Thursday before traveling to Eldon and Ozark next week, and they will also host the Nixa Eagles on Thursday night inside Boswell Auditorium. The Lebanon football team broke into the win column for the first time in the 2024 season with an emphatic 46-12 victory on the road over the Willard Tigers on Friday night. Senior fullback Jax Glendinning had a great game on the ground for Lebanon, totaling 315 rushing yards on 25 carries with 4 touchdowns. It was good to see Coach Christian and his group see the hard work pay off for their first win as members of the COC. Lebanon had 500 yards of total offense on the night, and the defense rose to the occasion with multiple sacks and forcing a turnover in the game. The Jackets are back in action on Friday night against the Nixa Eagles at home. If you can't make it, as always, tune into our stream on Jacket Nation Sports with our pregame show beginning at 5 o'clock and game coverage starting at 6:45 p.m. At halftime, Lebanon football will induct Garrett Wade into the program's Hall of Fame. Wade was a standout offensive lineman and defensive lineman from 2004 to 2007 and was also a 2-time All-State selection. As a defensive lineman, he received multiple honors on both sides of the ball and helped lead the Jackets to non-losing seasons both his junior and senior year, breaking a drought of 7 straight consecutive losing seasons. After high school, he received a scholarship to play Division I football at Missouri State University. During his time with the Bears, he played fullback for head coach Terry Allen and currently serves as the Lebanon offensive line coach and Lebanon High School strength and conditioning coach. Let's hear from Kevin Stubblefield, who has a first-time guest with us at Buzzcuts and Lebanon volleyball coach Jenny Collins, along with senior Saylor Helton, Morgan Durbin, and Addie Redmond. Make sure to also stay tuned for Trey Overstreet and Lebanon offensive coordinator Brian Summer on Chalk Talk, presented by Brickhouse Grill. This has been another Lebanon High School sports update on Jacket Talk on LEB TV. Until next time, go Jackets.
You shouldn't have to give up the hometown bank experience to enjoy modern convenience. Just check our Google reviews about our in-person, online, and mobile banking experiences. Open an account in minutes today.
And we are back on Jacket Talk Overtime with Coach Jenny Collins. Lebanon Volleyball is on the spotlight today on our show from Buzzcuts in downtown Lebanon. Great start for your volleyball squad here in 2024. They kind of lived up to preseason expectations to this point.
Yeah, we, had a busy summer, competed well over the summer months, and I really think stepping into the season, we set some pretty high goals, which I expected and know that these kids can reach. And so, we just take it one day at a time. We've been, really kind of committing ourselves to the practice time that we get in the gym and working to be better. And I think so far our efforts are starting to kind of pay off. It's been a good start.
9-match winning streak as we visit this morning on the show. So you're really putting things into a different gear now in the middle portion of the season, aren't you?
Yeah. We, started out, we were playing competitive, but we dropped a few matches, in that Branson tournament. We lost to Springfield Catholic in the semis after winning our pool. And we dropped that set, if I remember, maybe 25-27, that third set that would have allowed us to advance on in the tournament. And we were up 24-20 or 24-21. We had another match that was very similar with Camdenton. We were up on them, and then we just couldn't finish, and so dropped a close one there. I think it was 14-16 was that end of that fifth set. So, we took some kind of hard early losses early on. But now, we're kind of doing the things that we need to do to become finishers, and kind of put those close games away. So like we had that match against Webb City Republic just last week, 5-set, and we did come out on the winning end, but, did what we needed to do with some high pressure situations.
Talk about your senior group, your nucleus, your core of your upper class group that really kind of sets the standard for everyone else.
Yeah, these kids, they expect a lot of themselves. They're friends, not just on the court, but they're friends off the court as well. The 6 of them, they've been playing together since, probably the 4th, 5th grade. And so, they just kind of keep building that kind of team atmosphere. And then they, kind of rally behind our younger kids as we have, a couple or a freshman and a couple juniors also in our varsity mix. And so, they love the game. They practice hard. They're a great group to surround myself with every day. And, I think the program in general really looks up to these kids and what, they've given to the program. And so, just been a great bunch of seniors.
Coach Jenny Collins of Lebanon Volleyball, our guest on Jacket Talk Overtime on LEB TV. We'll take a pause, be back with more in just a moment. Lebanon Volleyball is our topic this morning. Coach Collins, we have one of your seniors as our first guest this morning. That is Morgan Durbin. How about a word about Morgan?
I'd say Morgan's our spark plug of the team. We're always going to get high energy with Morgan. She makes us laugh. She's a fun one to have on the court. But at the same time, she knows when she needs to focus in, and sometimes we reel her in and it's like, okay, it's go time now. She's ready to go, and she competes very, very highly. But she does bring a great element of fun to our team.
Any memorable moments for you on the volleyball floor or off the volleyball floor with your teammates?
Yeah, so definitely my sophomore year, whenever I had to step up and play in the Hillcrest tournament, we had won that whole tournament. We beat Webb City. That was a good win for us. And then this past year, our senior year, we won the Hillcrest tournament again, beat Webb City, and we got Beat the Road t-shirts. So my freshman year, I came up with this. We do a quote every year. It's on the back of our shirt. So it's with each other, for each other this year. But freshman year, Coach Collins asked, and I said, I think it's Be the Road. I just said it, and I thought it would be good. And ever since then, Coach Collins, senior year, she said, whenever you're senior, whenever you get first in a tournament, you can get the t-shirts. So I'm going to have a phone call with results later to get these Be the Road t-shirts. But yeah, it's kind of memorable. Bus rides, I always love hanging out. Home games, such a good environment to be around. So
Are you happy with the way the season's gone so far for yourself personally and as the team as a whole?
Yeah, so I didn't realize that I was at close to 1,000 until that was
1,000 assists.
Yeah, 1,000 assists. So that was a pretty big moment. And yeah, I feel like we're doing pretty good. Our connections, I feel like we've played each team pretty good. So Webb City kind of got us that like last week, 2 weeks ago, but I'm glad we came back and beat them in the tournament.
Congratulations on 1,000 assists, and best of luck going forward the rest of the season, Morgan. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Morgan Durbin of Lebanon Volleyball. More coming up in just a moment on Jacket Talk Overtime. Welcome back to Jacket Talk Overtime on LEB TV. The barbershop is hopping here at Buzzcuts in downtown Lebanon. Volleyball is the topic today. We've got Addie Redmond and also Saylor Helton from the Lebanon Volleyball squad. Talk about the season you've had up to now, Addie.
We've had a really good season. It's been really like a testament to the whole team. We've played some new teams that we haven't ever seen before in our career with moving conferences. So we've had to kind of adapt some of our strategies to include more of the team than just certain players at certain positions. So we've had to be really versatile.
Mm-hmm. You like the way the season's trending right now?
Yeah, I do. We've had a good win streak so far. We've won some big games. We beat Webb City, which was a big one. We beat Republic the other day. We've had some big wins. It's been really good.
Saylor, how about you? How's your season gone so far?
Senior season, I mean, it's been great. Everything finally coming back together. It's been really fun. Like Addie said, we've been really successful so far, and so I'm really looking forward to what's to come. We got big games coming next week, and so I'm really looking forward to them. I mean, we play our best games whenever we play the hardest teams.
How do you balance athletics with schoolwork and getting that all done?
It's hard. I mean, it's always been hard, but I mean, building a relationship with your teachers is kind of one of the main things. Like, hey, I got a game tonight. I'm going to do my best to get this turned in, but if something happens, like, I just know that you can trust me and I will get it done.
Addie, how about you? How do you balance everything?
Well, I agree. It's definitely really hard, but like if you come to one of our home games during the freshman and the JV matches, you'll see varsity players, and even while we're playing sometimes, you'll see people working on their homework while also cheering on their teammates. So being able to, even if you don't want to do it, being able to say, okay, I've got to get this done, because school comes first and then it's sports. You got to keep your grades up to be successful on the court.
Thanks for the visit, both of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations on the season so far. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Addie Redmond and Saylor Helton joining us on Jacket Talk Overtime.
My name is Jaysha Connor, owner and nurse practitioner here at Ginger Wellness. I believe that sometimes healthcare does too much, and I believe that's where wellness centers can really bridge that gap and really give people some confidence in natural ways, healthier ways, to really improve quality of life and to get healthy.
We want to feel better and live better lives. It's not about quantity, it's a lot about quality of your life.
Ginger Wellness is where I went to get my quality of life back.
How much has your bank paid you? We've paid our Kasasa account holders more than $7 million since 2017. Open an account in minutes to get in on the earnings today.
Welcome to Week 5 of Chalk Talk, presented by Brickhouse Grill. Brickhouse is proudly owned and operated by the Knight family. They will have Friday night football games live on the TVs and will be giving 10% off your bill to those wearing Yellow Jacket gear. Make sure you come out and support a nice local establishment and the Yellow Jacket football team all at once. This week's guest is offensive coordinator Brian Summer. Brian, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, great to be here. Glad we can share.
Brian, a great win last Friday night against Willard, 46-12.
Yeah, it's good to score some more points and get going a little bit. Learn from still the victory that we had on Friday. We're still going to get a lot to learn. So,
yeah, I mean, we talked for a few weeks on just kind of getting over that hump, and you guys did in a big way. So it's good to see. We're going to start off with a little midline triple, huh? Mid-triple?
You bet.
We got just your standard formation here, basically base. Maybe cut down a little bit here.
No, not necessarily. It's
base.
just normal for us. So, so they were giving us an odd front, which we've seen some this year. We're just trying to get this play going a little bit, and actually got it going quite a bit this game, and we ran it quite a bit.
odd front. We got the three dudes with their hands in the ground is what we're calling
Yep.
the front there.
And the center's covered with a head-up guy.
Yeah, so we got the nose tech or maybe a shade, whatever you're getting there. But
Yeah.
that's what he's talking about when we're talking odd front. And that's going to be, it's a 3-4 look here kind of with their safeties and something, I don't know. It's not giving too much away. Obviously, anybody that watches this can see these safeties flying downhill.
Oh, sure.
And
yeah.
as soon as you guys see that, midline triple's coming, huh?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I think there's a few reasons, but that's one of them. When they're spinning hard, what we call spinning hard, and to our motion, then that opens that up just a little bit.
What else can
to the other way?
What else can the folks at home look for, in terms of just why maybe it was called 5 or 6 times probably on the night, huh?
I think we ran it about 8 times.
Okay, yeah.
It just looks like
sometimes it looks like
we're
Missouri.
not because we're giving the ball so much. So. I think we only got it pulled like twice.
Okay.
But it was still good for us. So.
Yeah, we'll run it through here just a little bit, and I know you like that end zone view, so we'll get there in just a second. So the first thing's kind of that false motion, huh?
Yeah.
And we're talking, who is this here, Lamontagne?
Yeah, we're running some lace. So this is lace for us. Still the same timing as our inside view motion.
So when we're talking false motion, that's a motion going the opposite way of the play design, I guess.
Yes, and trying to get those safeties to move on us a little bit, or just getting some eyes in some different directions,
so
possibly.
You're motioning left, and this safety here, for those at home, if you'll keep your eyes here kind of at the snap, and I'll kind of time it up here at the snap here, at the motion point, we get this guy rolling way down into this pocket because they're trying to insert him into the option.
Yeah, on the side we're going, normally would be going to with a motion.
If you're running regular midline or regular inside veer.
Yep, and then the backside safety's even cheating over a little bit
so
too.
Then he slides, the backside safety here. And he's just kind of creeping, but enough that when you get back this other way here on mid-triple, and I guess we should tell them, we say mid-triple. Mid is midline. So you're reading what? The first guy head up outside of your guard, usually, something like that?
Usually, if we're calling it an odd front, it'll be a guy that's on our, depending. So
first read, let me see if I still remember. Is this him, Kurt?
Yeah.
Coach? Okay.
Yeah. So that's him right there. But he would be, so if it's an odd, it's the first guy outside the guy that's covering the center.
Okay.
So that has his hand down.
So he could be, in theory, the read guy could be right here.
What we would call a bear front.
Okay.
Slid down.
But you guys have gotten some.
Oh, yeah, Joplin.
So here we're unblocking, not blocking this man here.
Yep.
It was kind of in a 4 technique. He's diving down hard, taking jacks out of the play.
Yeah.
Does a pretty good job of it. And then you get a really nice read by your sophomore quarterback.
Yeah. He's doing a good job.
And then right into,
right on to number 2.
Boom, boom. And not quite quick pull pitch, but it's a one step and get rid of it.
And he could have pulled pitch. He drew him in a little bit more than that would be a coaching point for us, is we would like to get it out just a little bit earlier.
He's committed there.
Sure. His shoulders are downhill, taking quarterbacks, so we can dump it quick.
Inside here, you've got these guys pretty much from Jake Redmond's butt crack here that I've drawn.
Yeah,
they're blocking for that midline, right?
Sure. He's got half a play side A to vertical, so he's got play side A and possibly helping on the nose there too.
Yeah. So Jake probably wants to be a little bit farther inside step there.
Just another step inside. We watched film with him yesterday, so that's a good coaching point for him yesterday was that. And then the same on the backside. He's got half a play side A too. And then Perkins is 72 there. He's locking on the other backside. And then our play side tackle, which is Cason Woods, he has that
play side tackle right here, guys.
Yeah, that's Cason right there, 55. And he can go under or he can go over. He's got a choice there.
Okay.
If they're giving him under, he can take under because he has the inside backer.
Okay.
Per se.
So he's coming
and then,
to this guy.
Yep.
But this guy inserts himself into that play.
So he can actually climb on up.
And that's a safety he's on there, right? Which is a hard block for a tackle on a safety.
Yeah.
But if you get to that point where you've got a right tackle on a safety, you're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, we know that the perimeter is probably open.
Yep. So you've got Braden here that does this little false motion. You can really see it from this angle if you guys are watching this safety with this motion here. This motion's real short. what is
Yeah,
it, three
step motion. So 1.5, and then ball should be snapped, and then he's still into it.
He snaps, and this guy's downhill for option responsibility. Yeah. And then Braden's right back out, and he's because you were too high.
Mm-hmm.
Brody,
We do a couple different things, but on this one we
kind of base call.
Yeah, we cross block this one.
Shoemaker coming in to kind of pin this safety, which he kind of misses, takes kind of a bad angle, but
yeah,
it's part of it. It's really kind of a guessing game of where they're going to be.
Sure, and if he's over Brody, we're still good because we know we're going to get yards if he's going over the top of our guys.
And Braden's going outside for that corner.
Yep.
Pitch it to Braden Christian. He reads that block nicely, and it's a 20-yard gain?
Yeah, I think it was
he's touched.
17 or so. I can't exactly remember, but
15 or 16 yards before he's even touched.
We want to get the ball pitched, so that's something we've been working hard on, perimeter blocking and trying to get the ball out there to the perimeter, and because people are starting to be tied in there on us.
When you have a dude run for 300-some yards inside, they're obviously going to try to take that away.
Yeah, it's just a good play. I mean, we did.
It's my favorite.
It's not perfect, but we did a pretty good job on this play on this down. So
yeah, for sure, Coach. Well, good luck this week against obviously a talented Nixa opponent, and keep building towards the playoff.
Yep, we're gonna go play our butts off.
So clearly better after last week than you were the week before, and that's the goal.
That's the goal. Keep getting better.
That's gonna wrap things up for this week's episode of Jacket Talk on LEB TV. There are new episodes of Jacket Talk every Thursday and Jacket Talk Overtime on Friday at 10 a.m. with Kevin Stubblefield on the LEB TV YouTube page. We'll see you same time next week. Go Jackets.
Welcome to Jacket Talk on LEB TV.